Neymar's redemption arc, the last chance for the 2026 World Cup, the final vow and invisible pressure. Brazilian superstar Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. is no longer the young phenomenon of world football. On the verge of his 33rd birthday, by the time the 2026 World Cup kicks off, the immensely talented forward faces the most critical crossroads of his career. The 2026 World Cup in North America is likely to be his final samba dance on the grandest stage. Neymar himself has emotionally declared this his last opportunity to achieve glory with the yellow and green jersey, which he has worn for 128 matches and scored 79 goals. However, the road to the USA, Canada, and Mexico has never been more perilous. Unlike previous World Cups, where he was the undisputed #1 hope in peak form, this time, Neymar must battle not only opponents on the pitch, but also his own body and the growing public skepticism. The theme of Neymar's redemption arc is not merely a rallying cry, but a harsh reality. If he wants to be at the 2026 World Cup, Neymar must single-handedly revitalize his career, overcome the persistent phantom of injuries, and prove his worth under the new regime of head coach Carlo Ancelotti. 2. The global form landscape, falling behind the world's elite. The urgency of Neymar's attempted self-rescue is most clearly revealed when his recent form is juxtaposed against that of football's current global superstars. This is a race where Neymar finds himself in the unenviable position of the underdog, where the distance in consistency and output has become vast. The staggering gulf with Mbappé and Haaland. The comparison with Kylian Mbappé and Erling Haaland, the two phenoms dominating global offense, exposes Neymar's alarming decline. Frequency and output. While Mbappé and Haaland consistently set goal-scoring records, maintain extraordinary match intensity, and remain largely immune to long-term injuries, Neymar is perpetually absent. The goals per minute efficiency of Mbappé or Haaland following his major injury setbacks is multiple times that of Neymar. These two young stars embody modern football's demands for physical resilience, unmatched speed, and sustained output, qualities Neymar is critically lacking. Global standing. If Mbappé and Haaland are the individuals vying for the Ballon d'Or and dominating the Champions League, Neymar is struggling to find fitness in the Brazilian Championship after departing the elite European stage. This distance is not just about individual performance, but also about image. Neymar has fallen from a Ballon d'Or contender to a star desperately trying to find his feet again. Sharp contrast with Brazilian successors, Vinícius Júnior and Rodrygo. Even within the Brazilian national team setup, Neymar is being outpaced by his younger compatriots. Young stars like Vinícius Júnior and Rodrygo, key figures at Real Madrid, are operating at a far higher level of consistency and performance than Neymar. Vinícius Júnior, with his explosive form, exemplifies the speed, threat, and sustained physical endurance, the very elements that Coach Ancelotti needs most. While Vinícius Júnior and Rodrygo are consistently accumulating experience and output at the highest level in Europe, Neymar is perpetually interrupted by injury, managing to feature in only about 11 recent matches for Santos, scoring a modest 3 goals. His loss of national status, Neymar's exclusion from Coach Ancelotti's recent squad call-ups, is the clearest evidence of the Italian coach's priority. He would rather rely on a fit, high-performing young player than a global superstar plagued by injury and operating at 80% capacity. The barometer of stability, Lionel Messi. To appreciate the value of professionalism in the twilight years, a comparison with Lionel Messi is essential. Despite being over 37, Messi has maintained remarkable discipline, physical management, and undeniable influence within the Argentine national team. He continues to be the spiritual leader and a player who keeps setting magnificent milestones, illustrating the stark difference between a carefully managed career and one constantly interrupted by injury. 3. The phantom of injury, the fatal physical hurdle. If one key word defines the latter stage of Neymar's career, it is injury. Following the severe knee injury in October 2023, ruptured anterior cruciate ligament and meniscus tear, Neymar's career has been caught in a relentless cycle of recovery and relapse. With each prolonged absence, the chances of a player past 30 returning to elite-level performance become slimmer. His recurring physical issues, such as hip edema and minor muscular setbacks upon returning to the pitch, are clear evidence of an unstable and overburdened body. This is the biggest obstacle Neymar must overcome, one that must be cleared before any tactical requirements are even considered. 4. Ancelotti's verdict, the prerequisite condition. The arrival of veteran coach Carlo Ancelotti on the Brazilian bench introduced a new, uncompromising philosophy. Ancelotti, renowned for his pragmatism, has been clear. Neymar must be healthy to be considered for the 2026 World Cup. Ancelotti affirms Neymar's technical talent is undeniable, but he sets a non-negotiable prerequisite that the player must be at 100% physical condition, not just 80%. This is the core reason for Neymar's recent exclusions. For a coach who prioritizes stability and immediate output, Neymar cannot rely on reputation. His goal is not just to rejoin the squad, but to be ready by June, the World Cup start date. A spot that must be earned through rigorous training and consistent form, not privilege. 5. The redemption journey. Returning to his boyhood club Santos is more than a transfer. It is a symbolic act of self-rescue. This is the environment where he believes he can rediscover the love and inspiration necessary for his final push. Crucially, this is also the mandatory environment for Neymar to rebuild his career. Playing regularly in a highly competitive league like the Brazilian Serie A, while simultaneously battling his physical condition, is the only way for him to restore his match sharpness and peak fitness. Every game at Santos is now a critical stepping stone, a performance review to prove to Coach Ancelotti that he deserves a spot in the 2026 World Cup squad. He must turn his home turf into his personal fitness lab and form testing ground. 6. His future is in his own hands. The 2026 World Cup is not just a tournament, it is destiny awaiting Neymar. After years of bearing the burden of succeeding Pelé, the weight of expectation, and a career shadowed by injuries and controversies, this is his final chance to define his legacy. If Neymar successfully overcomes his injuries, rediscovers his elite form, and meets the stringent physical standards set by Coach Carlo Ancelotti, he will be in North America. He possesses the unique, decisive quality Brazil needs. However, should he fail to conquer the injury wall and compete effectively with the generation of Mbappé, Haaland, and Vinícius, the iconic number 10 jersey will be passed on and his international career will conclude with a deep sense of regret. The greatest lesson Neymar must learn now is, no one can save him but himself. His immediate journey with Santos and the national team will be a personal war, an effort to write a complete ending to the story of a football genius who was repeatedly interrupted. Neymar's path to the 2026 World Cup is achieve 100% physical recovery, find joy and consistency at Santos, and prove to Ancelotti that he is the most talented player in the best possible shape Brazil has. It is an arduous task, but for a man with the Samba blood and a hunger for glory, the flicker of hope remains.